Kyle Busch is flying through this field.
Well, what he wants to do is fly up through there right now early and catch Brian Vickers in the 83 and Martin Truex Jr.
And there's Vickers. And there's Reagan. What's going on here?
Let it roll. I'm going to get 4 tires, a little bit of front end damage.
Look at the whole left side of the 83 car is gone. I mean, it's just ripped off, hanging on by a thread there.
Like he was hit with a can opener. Well, here's what happened. Now, Martin Truex is the free pass position car, the 56, the Napa car. Vickers trying to get there, gets into Reagan instead. Oh, boy.
Right here is where he rips the side out of that thing.
All that blue foam, if you remember, Jeff Hammond in the pre-race talked about that energy absorbent foam in the left and right side. That's what you saw flying out of there.
You know, one of the things that I picked up on in some of the interviews we did from Denny Hamlin talking about the Toyota engine, apparently some of that valve train problems they were having at Daytona carried over to the unrestricted engine, and they've had to back way
turn
off.
2. Casey Mears. Ooh, gets tagged
and nowhere
hard.
for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to go in that 88 car.
2 more cars hard in the wall behind them. One is Hornish.
Someone has run underneath the 5 car, it looks
the
like.
Others Reed Sorensen, and Mears ends up on his roof.
It's up high, and he just loses it there. Comes down right.
Just clipped Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Got turned him around. But now this is when it really is bizarre. Watch this.
Hornish already had damage, and the hood was up so high he couldn't see out of the windshield, I don't think.
Now watch Junior in the 88 come into this.
Ooh.
Get clipped, knocking the right side sheet metal off and banging the left side.
That's a great view, giving you an idea just how quickly the situation in front of you on the track can change. Michael Annett there slowing down to come to pit road for a pass-through penalty. Whoa! Contact for the lead. Hamlin into the wall. Oh, and collects another one. That's Junior up in turn 1, I believe.
They ripped the door off Junior, so I couldn't tell what number it was. There wasn't a number on it. You see Harvick trying to get a big run up out the corner, and I believe he just misjudged right there. He thought that Hamlin was going to be a little more speed on the exit of the corner there. He was just going to slide up in behind him at that point in time and just misjudged a little, whether it was the 11 had to be out of the throttle just a little.
Not quite the advantage that it has been in the past, as you see some significant smoke coming from the back end of Crafton. Oh, a big wreck. Drew Dollar involved in that.
That has every look of.
Johnny Sauter
tore his whole side off.
Destroyed. So Hutchins has already had his issue and has come off the wall, but had been scrubbing the wall for a while yet, and then Sauter and Dollar came up.
When you saw John Hunter was behind them, he still had a great deal of speed too, so the caution must not have been out yet, and the drivers didn't know that Hutchins was just going to be sitting in the road. You could see Sauter wouldn't be able to see through the 51 truck of Dollar. And look, the speed that John Hunter has coming in there.
Hey, I got to tell you this about Earnhardt real quick. Larry said that he'd get on Earnhardt and said, don't you think we ought to...
What's around?
Oh, my
hard in the wall.
Oh, that was a hard lick.
And that is Brian Vickers.
Another right rear tire went down to me.
My gosh, that was a hard lick.
You know, we saw that car really dancing around. You made a comment about it, DW. And the next thing you know, he went to go into turn 1, and the car just turned around.
Oh, my gosh. Look at that. That's Dale Jr.'s car, the whole side torn out of it. Watch this thing.
You can see just a little bit of smoke come off this 14 car just as he starts to get into turn 1. You can start to see the sidewall of the tire hanging out.
There she goes.
There's just nothing you can do in that situation.
Goodness.
Oh, Clint Boyer just caught him.
A lot of movement back in the field. This is just like the cautions we had earlier in the night. The field is split. We had 9 or 10 cars decide to stay out. From about 10th on back, they come to get tires. We've had another crash.
Already, the 26 to 33. Bliss again involved in an incident. J.J. Yaley this time also caught up. The whole left side, the 46 ripped off of Michael Annette's car.
And the biggest concern there, you see it all over the racetrack, that blue energy absorbent foam. It's required, Rick, to be in the race car to run. So the 46, even if they come to pit road and they can repair that door and put the sheet metal back on, NASCAR will require them to have that blue foam installed as well. It's a safety initiative NASCAR started years ago. It's part of the rule book. You have to have it in your car to be on the racetrack.
There you see the leaders, Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon at it. We got a wreck in turn 2. Oh, and a terrible wreck. One car is absolutely disintegrated as Johnny Benson clobbered a car coming down off, and Ricky Craven has been caught up in it. But another car was absolutely destroyed. It may have been that number 41. Oh, it's Craven. Oh, Ricky Craven. There you see the 30 up on the outside in the wall. In just a moment, it's going to start to descend across the track. It's down off the 24-degree banking at about maybe 14, 15 degrees, and here it comes.
Seventh low, treble front straightaway, big pile up. Danica Patrick and the 34, David Reagan.
You're all set. Blue right front. All right, 10-4.
That's probably what caused me to jump. Let's see what happens here with her. You'll hear it. Bam. That first thing.
Get lower if you can. Lower if you can. Pack's coming outside of you. You're good right there. You're all set.
Well, the first big noise was the tire and the second was the barrier.
Happened to Jimmy Johnson here last fall. Probably cost him a championship.
David Reagan was the innocent victim. Reagan was racing Danica for 26th.
If that is indeed, they may be looking at left sides while they're getting fuel, depending on how long they're going to be out there. Yeah, that's what I would be looking at.
Oh, trouble.
Gosh, what a mark.
Ryan Newman, hard into the wall. Michael McDowell, hard into the wall.
Caution's out, caution's out.
Terrible crash.
Yes, Biffle came back on the track. Newman was right there. Got into him and hard into that guardrail, and the tires sends him back out in the middle of the track here into McDowell. You see the rear end housing loose from the car, and then it goes over the fence. Coming right at you now.